Welcome to the Nation ASEAN Plus. I'm Melissa Ong. Today we discuss the Ministry of Rural and Regional Development's leadership in driving the ASEAN Master Plan on Rural Development and Women's Digitalisation. Joining us is Deputy Secretary General Policy, DATO KAHAR ABDULLAH, to share how these initiatives are being driven forward at the ASEAN level. Welcome, Dato. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Kkdw is set to host two major ASEAN programs from the 7th to the 9th October 2025 in conjunction with ASEAN's chairmanship. Can you talk and walk us through the background of these programs, Dato?
Okay, thank you. Yes, we have two flagship programs which will be held soon in Sheraton Imperial, which will happen on the 7th to 10th October. First one is the ASEAN Multi-Stakeholders Dialogue on ASEAN Master Plan on Rural Development, which we held on the 7th to 8th October, and also the back-to-back event that is ASEAN +3 Forum on Women and Digitalisation, which will be held on the 9th October. So these two programs will be held at the same venue, Sheraton Imperial, and we are expecting about 100 participants from overseas and from the local. So this program is a strategic platform to shape ASEAN rural development policies for 2026 to 2030, and to advance the empowerment of rural through effective digitalization initiative. Maybe I can give you some background of the ASEAN, because ASEAN, they have 650 million population, and about 51% of them are women. So we want to empower women, because we see that they have the energetic, they have working, they have the power to uplift the family, but maybe they have some limitation. That's why we have a forum to discuss on this.
That's, of course, a very good initiative, Dato. And I understand that the theme for this forum on women and digitalization is empowering rural women through digital engagement for a sustainable future. Now, what does this theme mean? And perhaps tell us the significance, and why did you came out with this theme, or your team came out with this theme? Okay,
the chosen theme is the transformative potential of digital technology in empowering rural women, particularly within ASEAN +3 countries. As you can see, women are equal to men. In terms of population, they are almost equal. 51% of the total population in the ASEAN region are women. But as I said, they have some limitation because of systemic barriers and whatnot. So in this forum, maybe one of the solution is through the digitalization. Maybe they can explore some digital technology to uplift their economy. As you can see, women, they have some limitation. In our culture, they have to be at home, they have to take care of their children, but at the same time, they are hardworking people.
Of course.
They have the better education, but that's why we need some input, how to uplift them, how to make them grow.
I think that the times has changed as well. I think women, and also the roles of husband and wife, or men and women, has changed. Women are going out to work, and some husbands can be house husbands as well, right? Yeah, but I'm interested to know about the programs that will be highlighted in this event. Perhaps you walk us through some of the things that we can look forward to.
Actually, for the 3 days, there are a lot of programs. There are some speakers from overseas, from the ASEAN countries, as well as from the local. As I can give you some topics that we will be discussing in this forum is strengthening linkages, aligning master plan with the other ASEAN sectoral frameworks, best practices on and innovation in rural development, mapping priorities and strategic action, promoting synergies and partnership, and next step or way forward to capture recommendation and outlining regional capacity building initiative. Because as I said, ASEAN Secretariat is developing the new ASEAN Rural Policy Development for 2026-2030. So all this input from this forum, we will gather, we will collect and send to them for them to make new policy.
So which of these activities do you think will have the biggest impact?
I cannot tell you now. I don't know. But of course, there will be interesting speakers coming, interesting topics, and
who are some of the speakers or notable guests expected to attend these programs, and perhaps highlight so that people would, come and even hear what the nuggets of gold that these speakers will have?
Some speakers come from the ASEAN Secretariat itself, prominent speakers, and some from local, from our ministry also, from the Kkdw, from the universities, from there are many, sir. I cannot remember all.
Sure.
But there are many speakers will be talking about rural development, how to alleviate, how to empower women, to uplift them, their economy.
I think one of the topics will be entrepreneurship. I see a lot of women also starting their own business, even selling on TikTok as well.
Yes,
and these are opportunities. But Dato', we'll go for a short break right now. We'll be back after these short messages. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and I'm with Dato' KAHAR, and we are talking about some of the programs that Kkdw will be hosting this month. Dato', can you tell us some of the notable guests who will be attending the program from 7 to 9 October?
Okay, as I said, there are two flagship programs. First is the multi-stakeholders dialogue, which we held on the 7th to 8th October, and the second one is ASEAN +3 forums. For the first program, some of the notable speakers I would say here is from Myanmar. Dr. Zani Min will be talking about the strengthening linkages, ASEAN framework on rural developments. Miss Benedict Mapua Joachim from Philippines, and Mr. Azman ABDULLAH from the Malaysia, from Ministry of Entrepreneur and Cooperative Development of Malaysia.
I think there's a lot of guests that's coming, and definitely they'll be interesting, and things that you highlight will be able to be identified by these women as well. But how prepared is Kkdw to host these two ASEAN programs, Dato'?
Okay, this program is co-hosted by the ASEAN Secretariat and my Ministry of Rural Development. As of now, we have almost full participation. We invited 100 participants, and as of now, about 100 participants confirmed to come to this forum, to this two program. And of course, we prepared well. We have some we have a committee to look all other matters like the facilities, the transportation, the safety, and so on.
And are there any collaboration that has been taking place behind the scenes to make this event possible?
Yes, of course. We have appointed our partners, our agency from MARA, this KPTM college, I don't know, college, some college, we have assigned them to do some documentation and also some records. So they are willing to help us, and they have some expertise, they have some workforce to help us on the documentation. Because at the end of the session, we have to document all the input, and we are going to send to ASEAN Secretariat for them to formulate the new policy for ASEAN rural development. And for us also, for our ministry also, we want to get some input from the speakers for us to formulate our own rural development policy. Because Malaysia, we have the rural development policy, which from 10-year plan, from 21 to 2030, then we have some revision. So all the inputs will be collected, and we will analyze whether we can give some new ideas how to improve our rural development.
That's very important, because as a collective in ASEAN, we also face similar challenges as well. And with everyone brainstorming, so to speak, and some of the feedback, I'm sure you'll be able to produce better policies to really fit and help this rural. Dato', from your perspectives, what kind of outcomes do you hope will come out of the ASEAN multi-stakeholder dialogue and also the ASEAN +3 forum?
The outcome that we are expecting is some input or some strategies that are practical, can be done. Some practical solution for the rural development. As you can see, rural development, many rural people are migrating to urban.
Yes.
So we want to stop that. We want to make rural place for them to stay, because they have to work, they have to find a job. That's why we need some industry to come to rural areas. We need some in terms of agriculture. We need some modern agriculture, so that it will attract people, attract youth to be involved in the agriculture sectors.
Currently, what kind of, how much percentage is there that these young people especially involved in, maybe paddy and stuff like that?
I don't have the exact figure, the detail, but of course...
the interest? How's the interest from the younger generation?
The interest is not so good, because they like to work in the urban area, in the manufacturing sectors. But of course, when they go to urban, they will create problem in urban areas because of the crowded places, the housing and so on. That's why we want to have we want to make them stay in the kampong, in the rural areas. So we have to provide them opportunity, job, some economic activities for them to stay. And one of them is we want to promote the rural tourism. That's why my ministry is embarking on the rural tourism. We call it Desa Kirana. Desa Kirana, so that we know that people from all they like to stay in the kampong, in the rural place, because they have in kampong there are some attraction in terms of gastronomy, in terms of nature, in terms of cleanliness, in terms of they have some beaches, river, waterfall, healing and so on. But we need them to we have to provide some facilities for them to stay. For example, we need good internet coverage for them, because everybody needs internet to communicate. That's why now my ministry is doing that.
Now, let's draw back to the conference or the forum that we are going to have on this 6 to 9. How will the outcomes feed into ASEAN's rural development goals, especially, as you have mentioned, under the 2026-2030 master plan? Perhaps elaborate more about this, Dato'.
Okay. Of course, all the inputs from the speakers, from the forum, from the discussion, will be, as I said, will be collected, and all the input will be sent to the Asean Secretariat for them to formulate new policies. I don't know what will transpire in that session, but of course, I think all the input that practical in terms of practical and doable for the rural development. They will put in the documentation in the rural development policy for ASEAN. And for Malaysia also, we need some input from them to formulate our own. And I believe that some of the initiative that will be discussed in the forum is the digitalisation, because one of the way to increase their livelihood, to upscale their economy is through digitalisation.
Sure.
Because you see, there are many women in the rural areas. They are involved in the business, small businesses, selling F&B, selling handicraft and whatnot. But they have to embark on the digitalisation for them to push their sales. They cannot leave it like that. They have to do some promotion on the social media, on the TikTok and whatnot.
Yeah, no more brick and mortar, but really moving into the internet space so that they can leverage on a bigger consumer base. Dato', I'd like to talk about the collaboration between the private sector, but we will talk about that in detail after this break, after these short messages. See you. Welcome back. I'm with Dato' KAHAR, and we're talking about the ASEAN Master Plan on Rural Development. Dato', where do you see the private sector and also technology partners playing a role in keeping rural digitalisation and its efforts sustainable, Dato'?
Okay, thank you. We need private sectors because they play the critical enabler in bridging the digital divides. The role goes beyond providing infrastructure, but they can provide training, they can give some innovation, investment and scalable solution that can directly transform rural economies. We need some private sectors because in Malaysia we need SKMM, we need MDEC for them to train the rural people how to go on the digitalisation. Because besides they provide the infrastructure, they also need to train people in the rural areas in the digitalisation aspect. Through the ASEAN Plus 3 Forum, Kkdw aims to encourage deeper collaboration with technology companies, startups and financial institutions to develop inclusive solution. That's why we need private sector to come to involve in this.
I think there's always a misconception because like startups, if they do tap into the rural market, I think there is a lot of potential because currently these tech companies, they focus on the urban areas and the problems or challenges that they face in the urban sector, in the urban areas, but not in the rural. But there is a big market, especially with digitalisation in regards to agriculture, I think, and that has huge potential, Dato', and also, of course, with all these small entrepreneurs, with all these handicrafts and stuff like that, I'm sure it will be a blast. But in your view, Dato', how does hosting these programs highlight Malaysia's leadership in ASEAN, particularly in driving inclusive and sustainable development?
Okay, holding this back-to-back program, two program back-to-back under Malaysian ASEAN Championship is a kind of our nation leadership in driving the people-centered ASEAN. This is to show that our leadership in the ASEAN region. Malaysia, through our ministry, is championing two pivotal agendas: rural development as the backbone for regional growth, and women digital empowerment as the key to an inclusive future. But by convening government partners and experts from across ASEAN Plus 3 forum, Malaysia demonstrate not only its capacity to lead high-level policy dialogue, but also its commitment to ensure that no community is left behind.
That's very important.
Yeah.
Now, Dato, once the program concludes or complete, what follow-up steps will KKDW and ASEAN take to ensure the recommendations are actually put into practice at both the national and also the regional levels?
Okay, before that, I have to say that the program we will have in 3 days and will be officiated by our Deputy Minister, Datuk Hajah Rubiah binti Wang. And KKDW and ASEAN will establish structured follow-up through two mechanisms. First is a recommendation from both programs. We will channel to ASEAN policy making process, meaning that all the inputs, all the strategies, all the initiative, all the recommendation will be collected and will be channeled to ASEAN Secretariat for them to make ASEAN rural development policies. And for Malaysia, we will get some input from all the speakers, from all the forum, and we will be analysed to incorporate on our own policy, because we need some new ideas, we need some practical solution to uplift our own rural economy.
Dato', that's all the time we have. All the best to you and your team as you continue to to boost this sector of economy. Thank you.
Okay.
As Malaysia through Kementerian Kemajuan Desa dan Wilayah takes the lead in steering the ASEAN Master Plan on rural development and women's digitalisation, their priority is of course on building stronger rural communities, bridging digital divides and ensuring women have the tools to thrive in a rapidly changing economy. And as ASEAN moves forward, the ministry's role will remain central in shaping a future where no one is left behind. Well, that's it from me, from Datuk KAHAR, and I'm Melissa Ong. This has been The Nation ASEAN Plus. Thanks for watching.